First of all, let's talk about the room. The room is the main class with the basic requirements, require attributes for a room with the room ID, room number, floor number, occupancy, and price. And I put an ID counter as a static because I want to create a unique IDs for each room, and it should be static because it should be available accessible from the main class because it will be recorded through all objects and instances. So yeah, the constructor require all the attribute except the ID because it will be automatically generated. And these are the getters. I don't put setters because we don't need to update or delete attributes. These are setter methods and these are toString. Center room is the child of the room, inherited from the room. And so I put the new attributes, require attributes, and for the constructor there are so many attributes will be repeating, so I use super method, and there's a new method, new attributes and getter methods, and I override toString to add require attributes. For the last room is the same. There's like new attributes, super method, getter methods, toString. For the suite room is the same. Is the new attributes, super method, getter methods, and toString. And for booking implements overlappable interface, so that I can check if two bookings are overlapping. And I use like ID, check-in date, and I use the local date because I want to use built-in methods. And yeah, all the attributes require for the arguments in the constructor. ID is the same, it will be automatically generated. These are getter methods, and these overlap methods that I got from the overlappable interface, where I check if the bookings are overlap or not. There's a toString methods, overlap and auto-manager. Auto-manager interface include all the methods that are necessary for the admin to use. So add room, delete room, this room I never, this room I for, generate book and report. How the customer interface is the same. It have methods that customer should be able to use. This available room by price, this available room by type occupancy, add booking, delete booking. Order system. Order system is where all the main methods happen. So in order system, I implement how to manage interface and how the customer interface. I use list of rooms, declare it and initialize it as array list, and booking is the same. I also have a booking list. And for the add room, first of all, I will check if the room exists or not. If the room already exists, I'll say room already exists. If doesn't, I will add it and I'll say successful. For the delete room, it's the same. I'll check if the room exists. If it exists, I'll delete it. If doesn't, I'll set not found. For the list room by number, I need to sort them first. To sort them, I use comparators. There are three comparators I use. There's room number comparators, floor number comparators, and room price comparator, which are all implements from the Java util comparator class, comparator interface. Yes. And then I have so after that I'll print them out. I list them by number, list room by floor. And then I'll generate a report. And for whenever I use dates, I'll check them if they're valid or not first. So I'll check if they're valid. If their end date is before start date, earlier than start date, there is something is wrong. So I'll return an error. And then if there's no error, I'll do a try catch method, and I use sprint writer and write it into booking report test, and then I'll loop through the booking. I'll check if that booking is inside the range that admin requested. If it is inside the range, I'll put it into I'll write it into the text file, and I'll say successful. If it is not successful, I'll show an error if I catch some kind of exception. And list available room number. These are customer methods. So like I'll check the date if there is available again, and to list room by price first I'll use a method called get available room by time, because for the two method that's required to filter the room by time, so I don't want to repeat the codes again, so I use this method, a private method that's get a start date and end date, and I'll filter through them, and if they're available I'll put them into that. To check if they're available I have to loop the rooms, and then for each room I have to loop to the booking. If that room is inside the booking, I have to check if they're available within certain time. If they're available, if they're not, I'll say false and break it. If they're even not even inside the booking, that there's the room ID is not inside the booking, I don't need to check this, and I can just say it's available. So this is get available by rooms by time. So when I get those available room by time, for this method I don't need to filter anymore. I can just sort them by room price comparator, and I will just print them out. If there are no rooms, I'll say no available rooms. Yeah, for this method I still need to filter more, and filter them by type and filter them by occupancy. Yeah, I'll filter them by type, so I just get the in, and I'll get them, I'll, I'll like map them into the string, and I'll check if they're equal as the one customer is requesting. Type and occupancy, I'll check it, and if can be filtered, I'll add it to the room. It's not, I won't add it, and if it's empty, I'll say no available rooms, and at the end I'll print them out. And for the add-in the booking, I have to, like as usual, I have to check if the dates are valid, and if the dates are valid, I still need to check some other things as well. First, I need to check if the room is inside. It is inside the rooms. Now, if the room is there, it is, I can edit it into the booking. If it's not there, I'll say room not found. And if I found the room, I need to check one more, that is if the booking is available. Is to check it, I'll loop through the booking, and I'll check if the room is inside the booking list. If there is not inside the booking list, I can book it. If it's inside the booking list, I have to check one more thing, that is I have to check overlaps. If there is an overlap between the booking the new booking that I'm trying to book, and the booking inside these loops, inside this booking list, if they're overlapping, I'll say it is already booked, and I'll return. If it's not, I'll add it into the new booking, and I will generate an IDs, and I'll provide an ID so the user can delete it later, and then I have to calculate the total cost. To calculate the total cost, I'll use this two epoch day method from the local date object, that returns the number of days since 1970. So by subtracting it, I get the total days, and multiplying it, I get a total cost, and I'll show it. To delete a booking, I usually need to provide a booking ID, and I'll search for the booking ID, and if the booking is there, I'll delete it. If there's no booking with that ID, I'll say not found. This is get available room by ID. These are comparators. This final test menu method is test menu class is the one where we will do the command line interface. Yeah, first I'll add some rooms and some bookings so that I can test. Inside there will be 6 rooms and there will be 3 bookings. And when the program start, it will be loop inside this while loop until user get out from the exit application. Yeah, these are the options for all the input. There are so many available possible wrong inputs. So if I check here with the next in and user puts something like alphabet, that input will break the whole program. I don't want that to happen, so I put a method called input test, and input test will check all the inputs all the time. Whenever I ask the user to input something, I'll check if this is can be converted cast into the require data type, and I'll also check if it's within the range. For here, I put a method overloading, and I have two input tests, one for checking in and one for checking the double. And I'll always check if it can be cast into the type that I want to change. I pass into the type I want to change, or if I can, I will return -1, and I'll check another thing if it's inside if it's within the range of the required range. If it's not, I will return -1. Yeah, there's also another method that I use is get date, because I need to request the user dates again and again, so I don't want to repeat the code, so I put it here. So as you know, like years and months are quite simple, but days are always changing based on the months. The tricky one is the like February, like if there's leap year, there's 29 days. So to check this, I use this method, and here I ask the user for the year first, and then I'll ask the user for the month, and based on this year and month, I will generate flexible days in month, and I'll ask the user to provide the days within that range, correct to provide a correct local date, and then I will return that local date. So like I said, I check input text, and if it's not within range, I'll say wrong input. If it's within range, I'll go to another, and I'll do list available room by price. I'll check all of these again in the program. I'll list available room by price by getting day, start day, and day, list available room by price, and to list available room by type and occupancy. I have to ask not only start date and end date, I also have to ask like what the type of the room and what is the occupancy. I to get this, and then after that, to add a booking, I have to ask room number, floor number, and after ask check-in date, check-out date, and after that, name, surname, date of birth, contact details, and I have to add the booking. And if I want to delete a booking, I have to provide a booking ID. I ask for booking ID, and I can change to admin, and I can exit. And then in the admin, I can add a new room. So to add a new room, I have to ask room number, floor number, occupancy, price, and type of the room. Based on the type of the room, I have to ask require require attribute as well. For the standard room, I have to ask number of windows, and I can add standard room. And for another room is deluxe room. To deluxe room, I have to ask balcony size. I have to enter the view, and I can add the deluxe. As you can see, every time I always check these input tests all the time, and I'll loop it until I get the correct answer. I'll always loop it, and I'll check the input test. And then if it is a suite room, I have to ask for the living area size, number of beds, and if it have a kitchenette or not. Then I can add it to the suite room. And then another thing I can do to delete a room, I have to ask for the room number and floor number, and I can delete the room. I have to list the room by number, list the room by floor, and I can check, and also generate the booking report. I can change by the customer, and I can get out. Yeah, this just in case. I check it should never happen. These are the input tests and get take. Okay, let's test the program. So first let's clear it and Java text menu. Okay, as you can see, 6 rooms are added and 3 bookings are added. So first of all, let's list all available rooms starting from 2025, from 1 to day 1 2000. Let's just test how flexible my get day system is. If I go to 2028 is leap year. As you can see, January there are 31 days, and 2028 is a leap year. So if I go February, yeah, it's say 29 days here. So yeah, it's quite flexible. If I go there, there are 3 available rooms because I've already booked. I've already have a booking for other 3 rooms. You can see now, but you can see that there are 3 available rooms. And also you can see that they are sorted by the lower price, like 200, 400, 600. Okay, let's list available room by this time: 202511 Let's just say 202 7, like 2. And as you can see now, February is 28 days. Okay, now I want only standard room occupancy is, as you can see, only 2 occupancy available. So let's just put 2, and as you can see, only 1 standard room is available. So let's book a room. So what room do you want? I want this room that is like 2-1. So 2, I want 1. And start date August 2025, 1/1/2025. Let's say I will stay for 10 days, and name is John Peter, and slide 999 1 details is, let's just say, London. As you can see, it's provided me with the booking ID and the total cost. And booking ID is successful. Let's check again if the room is still available on 25 1 2028 1. As you can see, the standard room is no longer available. Only the deluxe room and suite room are available. Okay, now let's delete it. Let's delete the room. Booking ID is 4. I deleted it. Let's check it again. 2025 1 2028 1. Yeah, the room is available again, as I deleted the booking. Okay, let's change to the admin menu. Let's add a new room. Room number 3. Let's just say like floor 4. Community 3. Price is 300. Let's just say 3. Let's just say okay. Room added successfully. So let's check the rooms by, let's sort them by room numbers. Now I can see like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Now there are 7 rooms. Now there are 7 rooms, and as you can see, they are sorted by room numbers: 111 222 3. Okay, let's delete a room. Right, I'll delete 1 1. Let's list them again. As you can see, there's no longer 1 1 available. There's 1 2 1 3 2 1 2 2 2 3 2 4. Now let's list them sorted by floor numbers. As you can see, now they're sorted by floor number: 1 2 2 3 3 4. And let's now generate the booking report from 2025 1 to 2028 1 1. Now, yeah, you can see that they shifted and new taxes added, and these 3 bookings are added into the. Okay, let's just do that again so that I can see clearly. Generated 2025 1 2028 1, and yeah, you can see it is added. Yeah. Okay, so I can change to customer, I can change to admin, I can get out. That's it.